Hello, my loves. Welcome to our intensive with the goddess Kali this week, as well as with the Kali Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Our theme this year in our intensive working with Ma Kali is Diadem of Protection. So, before we get into the structure and shape of this week and how it's manifested, for us to share the journey together as well as individually, let's all connect together. Just put our hands on our hearts for a moment. You can close your eyes if you would like to. Do a nice inhale here and an exhale through the nose. Now an inhale through the nose here. Exhale through the mouth. One more time for me. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Disconnecting from daily stresses. Here we connect in to the sacred flame within our hearts. The light that is ours, divine, cannot be taken from us. This light that guides, encourages, and inspires us. Let's just take a moment and connect in with that part of ourselves. Feel for that light filling the heart center, radiating out all through your body, filling you with a golden light and warmth. And as we connect in with this energy, we call on Ma Kali. We ask for her presence, walking with us, guiding us through this 7-day experience, supporting us, protecting us as we come to understand ourselves, our needs, our worthiness, and our truths at a deeper level. And I want you to take a moment here and feel for connecting in with Ma Kali. Feel her presence as it surrounds you and envelops you, and as you connect intimately with her here. This is your personal relationship and your personal experience with Ma Kali. This feeling, this moment can be returned to at any point in time that you need to over the next 7 days. You are safe and protected here as you connect and work with Kali. And now I want you to feel that energy expand into a large circle. This circle is the community that is coming together to experience and explore deeper connection with this face of the sacred feminine, Ma Kali. And we have a theme as we walk together, and the energy of this circle holds across time and space so that you can tap into this whenever and wherever you feel called to, during this week, outside of this week, years down the road even. This is a collective energy, working in honor of the sacred feminine, working in alignment with our soul's evolution and growth. There we go. You can open your eyes and take your hands off your heart if you would like to. So welcome to our week together. You will see that there is also a homework video that lays out the card spreads and journal prompts for you to work with this week. There is also a meditation link, and I will be updating throughout the week with videos as we go. So there'll be lots for you to connect with as we share our journey with Kali. The blessing card that was drawn to carry us through this experience was Kalaratri. And it says here in the pocket edition of the Kali Oracle, a process of profound and enduring transformation is leading you toward a powerful rebirth, free from even the most persistent patterns or pains of your past. Your soul is in deep healing. Recovery can be painful, but you will emerge renewed and released. You are blessed to experience a new life within this lifetime. And it was interesting because as I was preparing last week to hold this space, Trauma Nagmal came out of the pocket edition of the Kali Oracle a few times, speaking very much about protection, which is why our theme is Diadem of Protection. Here, Kali Ma is our fierce protectress, guiding us, keeping us safe and secure so that we can release what no longer serves, and so that we can step into this new life, new way of being, new leg of the journey, if you will, that we're ready to claim as our own. So from this blessing card, I then drew from the Kali Oracle, the full-size edition, and I asked Kali, what is our theme? And we have Kajya as our theme. This is our theme as we unfold under the diadem of Kali's protection. Now, I want to read to you from the guidebook what she says here. She wields the holy sword of divine severance, empowering the soul in radical letting go. She instills the courage to bear the pain of loss and the wisdom to realize the secret blessing that can only arise when we embrace change. Where our strength of will may falter, she intervenes to ensure we do not sabotage our ultimate fulfillment and spiritual progress. She will not allow our souls to be ensnared in any kind of deception or trapped in fear. She is the liberator, and her sword clears the path, revealing truth. So as you sit with this message personally for yourself, because there is a theme of something that needs to be released that's shown up in everything I've drawn in preparation here. So I want you to take a moment and kind of feel into that. What are you ready to cut ties with in your life now? For many of us, this could be a relationship, a friendship, a work partnership, something that has overstayed its welcome, outlived its time. It could be a dynamic within a family interaction, or within a friend group. I want you to also expand to look at, is there a belief or a self-sabotage tactic that you're holding on to in order to not allow yourself the chance to grow? Does this stem from a past life? Or is it something that was kind of inculcated into you in childhood that you now feel ready to release? Ma Kali lets us know this week that we are in need of her protection. There's something that must be disconnected from our energy so that we can embrace our truth now from where we stand at this point in time. If you are participating in real time January of 2024, if you're participating at another time wherever you are in the wheel of the year, there is a very clear message from Ma Kali that I don't want to water down around the importance of disconnecting from things that keep us safe but that have become toxic. Again, whether that is a relationship, a career, a way of thinking about ourselves, a habit that we have that keeps us stuck. We want to look at these things, and I would encourage you to journal today around what comes up for you here. What is it that Kali severs with her sword? Literally, Kajya is Sanskrit for sword, and it severs, breaks, and destroys. Here on page 73, it says, it can be a symbol for truth and the need of the soul to let something or someone go, even though the attachment of the ego may demand that we remain connected out of fear of loss or fear of the pain of loss. And now on page 74, we see that here Kali lets us know there's some attachment. Now remember, whether this be to a person, an experience, a career, a job, a past event, something in our childhood, something in a past life. It can be any of these things. So I really want you to drop into reflection on this and trust your intuition about what comes through, even if it doesn't make sense on the surface. So Kali says this is becoming an impediment to our spiritual growth. Now here on page 74, it says, we may admit something is wrong, but choose to believe that if we just change ourselves somehow or work harder to heal the other person, then the negativity will transform into something positive. We then become trapped in an impossible situation of our own creation, knowing something is not working, but as we are not capable of letting go, fooling ourselves into thinking we can heal and transform through methods that cannot accomplish the task. When Kali Devi's sword appears as a message, she advises that whatever we are struggling with can and should be handed over to a higher power. She will not only remove that impediment on your path, but support you so that the release brings you joy rather than endless sorrow. So then I started to ask, well, if this is our main theme, then how do we work with this energy of handing this over to Kali and allowing her to cut and sever this attachment that's holding us back now, that's no longer serving us, but that we may be negotiating with to try to keep around? Or, as I know personally for myself, keep myself in something that's not working, that's not healthy, but in order to be a good person, I should surrender, right? So this may resonate for you. What I just shared there personally may resonate for you. You may find it applies in a different way. But I wanted to give us some clarity here. And so I asked this question, so how do we work with this energy of Kajya? And then I drew number 5, Gunatantrika. Now, 9s and 5s are going to come up in this week, okay? They're intense numbers, they're powerful, and it lets us know that we're moving through change in order to allow an ending to occur for ourselves. So I want you to pay attention to how much you see 9s and 5s this week. But within this asking for clarity here, how do we know? How do we work with this energy of Kali severing what needs to be released for us? Here within Gunatantrika comes tune into your heart, and there you will find her sacred prescription. Trust your inner guiding sense of what to do or not to do next. Gunatantrika is Kali as the medicine mother. And then within this, Alana channels that we should tune into our heart and decipher which of these 3 aspects of the medicine we want to pay attention to. Is it the mind? Is it the body? Is it the soul? Is it rest and reset? Is it pause? Is it activity? We need to check in with ourselves and determine for ourselves here what is the medicine required so that we can understand what needs to be released and hand the releasing over to Ma Kali, which we will work with in meditation this week. Don't worry about that part. On page 59, for card number 5, it says, Kali is the inner knowledge of when and how to disengage from the emotional energy of others without losing compassion or becoming dismissive. Gunatantrika manifests her wisdom and healing through our spiritual instincts. When she arises in a reading, we are asked to trust in the shifting cycles and to give ourselves what we need for well-being. No being benefits when they are at odds with themselves. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your own being now. So 2 things I would like you to reflect on as you feel into your heart space about what it is that you need as the medicine to assist Kali in the cord cutting that will happen this week. I want you to ask yourself, what do I need for well-being? And how am I at odds with myself? I'm just writing that down so I can put that in the description box. How am I at odds with myself? As we begin this week, and as you step into the first card spread, which is supportive of your personal journey here with Kali, again, there's a separate link with the homework. It's in the description box below. I also want you to sit with these two questions. What do I need for my well-being this week? And how am I at odds with myself currently? This is going to give you insight into how you can surrender so that Kali can assist in cutting away with her sword of truth what it is time to let go of. Now, collectively as a group, I did ask, what are we at odds with collectively? And I did go to the tarot to get some clarity there, because these two energies felt very big and very much holding the space for this week. And I drew the High Priestess. So where we are at odds with ourselves as a collective group embarking on this journey together is in listening and honoring our intuition. Not simply knowing intuitively what our heart is telling us is best for us, but actually acting on it. Initiating the change that is required for us to step through to the next cycle within our soul's evolution and incarnation. And this is the energy that Kali is working with us this week. Now remember, when we look at her within the tarot, we often associate the Tower with Kali. She is a goddess and a force that shakes things up. She is powerful, and she knows that chaos and endings are sometimes necessary in order for us to move through to the next step in our journey. And so this week she's going to help us in letting go and releasing, in cutting ties and cords of attachment, and on getting clear about what our intuition and our heart, the flame within us that we work with so much here on the channel, tapping into that and allowing that to guide us. Not just knowing what that says within, but actually living and walking in alignment with that. That is true priestesshood. And so Kali, through the diadem of protection, that is her energy this week, assists us in stepping into a profound level of priestesshood. So you will find your homework in the link down below. You will also find your meditation for the week. I encourage you to work with daily draws as much as possible so that you can really connect with Kali. And give yourself time for reflection and working with the journal prompts, the two I've mentioned here, but also those that are included in your homework. Let this be a week of reflection and surrender so that you can move through this time of rebirth fluidly, connected not only with the element of fire, but also with the element of water. So, as we finish our tutorial for the week, I just want you to join me in putting your hands on your heart again and closing your eyes. Feel for the energy of the circle as a whole, all of us walking our individual paths with Kali and uniting here together in our love, in our worship, and our walk with the sacred feminine. Now I want you to bring that expanded awareness down into the flame within again. Connect intimately with Kali one-on-one. Feel her energy and essence again. And if you can't feel it, just know and trust that she's right there before you. Her eyes meet yours. Within this space, Kali gives you a message about what it is that she is here to help sever for you this week. I want you to listen for a moment to that message, and I'll call you back to close our circle. So listen to that message now. Let that message sink in. And now honoring Ma Kali, thanking her for her presence, asking her for her continued guidance to be felt this week. We also take a moment here, honoring our divine essence, honoring our physical body as the vessel and witness for our soul, honoring the energy of the group as a whole as well. I want you to do a nice inhale here through the nose, exhale through the mouth, releasing the energy of the circle. I'm so excited to be sharing this week with you and looking forward to connecting in various videos throughout the week as well. I am sending you, as always, So much love and many blessings, and I will see you in the next video.